So round number 2 is coming up. This hand is kind of similar to my first hand in that it has a enabler and some stuff to do with it. So no one drop either, but since I have a lot of the stuff I need, it's less of a problem. Verdant Catacombs. So this could be a 1-mana discard spell, which could mean Yond or Death's Shadow. I guess the two could be. I mean, Death's Shadow can be Yond, but it could be Yond Control or Death's Shadow. Well, probably not Death's Shadow since they play Thoughtseize or Inquisition. I don't think they play both. I don't think they play 8 discard spells, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know every deck list on the inside out. So if they have Liliana of the Veil, I guess they could take the gifts for Remand. But if they have Fatal Push also, they may not want to take the Electromancer. Otherwise, that is usually the card that you need to win with this deck. Steam Vents. I'm just gonna play that tap. I mean, it sucks that I give my opponent perfect information, but being able to play a shock land where you're not using the mana and saving their life is the correct play. Twilight Maya, yeah, probably not Death's Shadow, probably Yond Control, which is an interesting matchup. Usually they attack your hand pretty hard, but their clock is slow. So there is ups and downs. You usually are giving a little bit more time than against Death's Shadow. This is a double discard spell. That would be bad. Oh yeah, they couldn't take gifts with Inquisition, by the way. Of course. And now Thoughtseize is probably taking gifts. It's the most powerful card. It gives me 2 cards, and it's the best card for rebuilding. But yeah, I hope they don't have Liliana of the Veil next turn. Thoughtscour. I think it's correct to play that in the main phase, so if I draw Serum Visions or Sleight of Hand, I can play it and I will target myself. Since my opponent hasn't Scryed, something you can do sometimes is to target your opponent if they have Scryed for some reason. I could mill like a Past in Flames, and it's just value. And this is value. I did not, so I milled a land and a Grape Shot. Alright, guess I play this Flooded Strand and be ready to crack it for a Steam Vents. So if my opponent has Liliana, I think I'm holding on to the land for sure because I'm going to be empty-handed pretty soon, and then I want to have lands in play. But this looks like a Tarmogoyf. Oh, oops, that's probably worse for me, because that can mess up with my Past in Flames. But they don't have a land at least. So there is that. So I'm in a little bit of trouble because even if I draw an enabler, I can't just go off. The Monomorphose gives me an extra card. Oh, that is spicy. Let's see. So I have playing my land here, of course. So I have access to 5 mana total with the Pyretic Ritual. So the problem is that if I cast Past in Flames, I can't do much besides maybe cast like Thoughtscour. So I will have to, I could gamble with Monomorphose, try to hit like a Baral or a Electromancer. I have 7 left in my deck. The odds are not great. So if I hit, like, the reason to not play Monomorphose is I want to save it for Storm, but I think my Storm's going to be good. So yeah, I think I'm going to cast this Monomorphose here and add blue and red. Definitely not double blue, because if I draw Electromancer, I want to cast it and have a red mana. I guess nothing has really changed, so Just cast it again. And also if I hit a land, I may want to play it. Okay, so Zero Vision. Create Monomorphose. And I have a Desperate Ritual on top of my deck. That is spicy, because that could be the card I'm missing here. I'm going to keep it, and if my opponent gets rid of my Past in Flames, that is not great. So if I Monomorphose, I'm down a mana here, so I can't do what I was trying to do next turn, so I might as well just pause the turn. Really isn't much reason to cast anything. I don't drew a land, right? It's unfortunate. Liliana. Oh, turnovers, that's fine. I hope they don't have forces. That, I think I'm going to go for it next turn. Because I have 6 mana. I can also hit a land at some point. So 6 mana gives me Past in Flames with 2 mana left, which means I can just cast my rituals, which gets me back to 5 mana. And then I have a bunch of Monomorphoses. So let's start with Monomorphose, since I want that in my graveyard so I can flash it back, because it draws me a card here. Blue and red. Alright, that was not a good. I'm actually not going to play that land, because if I draw something, a land that comes and play untapped, I'd rather have that. So. But I think it's time to go off now, or try to. And the Monomorphose is going to give me blue mana, so there's no problem. It is hard to go off without a mana creature in play, but I think I'm going to see a lot of extra cards. Even if this doesn't work, it's going to draw me a bunch of extra cards. So. Draw me 3 extra cards with the Monomorphoses, and then my Stormcast's already 8, so I'm not that far off just winning the game. I have a Grapeshot in my graveyard. Let's start casting these Monomorphoses. Can I add 2 blue for the moment? Grapeshot number 2. Well, that's just lethal, right? Grapeshot in the yard is 10, and then, yeah. That is just game. I might as well play around some weird stuff by adding some more Storm. There's no reason not to. Alright, Barwal. Sweet. Cost this 2. Blue and red. Delta gives me mana if I should need it. But also have, actually I had a Remand able to, I didn't see it, but it doesn't matter here. Yeah, so I could have remanded too. Didn't see it, but I probably would have seen it at some point. Can I auto yield somehow? I don't know how to do that. Land just in case. So I hope I'm going to scoops here, because this is kind of annoying. So Jund control, they are attacking your hand in a pretty major way. I think Blood Moon is good, but is it good on the draw? I think it's more a card that you want on the play because you want to catch them off guard with no basic lands, and maybe you can ritual it out. Spellskite is a fine card against Abrupt Decay and Fatal Push. Not great against Liliana. I think Empty is a better card than Grape Shot most of the time. We don't have much in the graveyard here, or in the sideboard. I think you may want one Spellskite over like one Ritual because they often attack your hand pretty hard, so if you draw too many Rituals it can be bad. And maybe I can take out like Fourth Scar for Spellskite. It's kind of a matchup where I want Piece of the Puzzle. It is a card I've seen in some sideboards. I guess Piece of the Puzzle would be a good thing in this matchup. And this hand is not good. Another reason to play Empty over Grape Shot, by the way, is if they have Leyline of the Void, it's very hard to kill them with Grape Shot. So then making a bunch of goblins is the better way to try to win the game. Of course, they may have some sweeper, but I have to keep this hand. It is pretty bad, but I'm going to put that on the bottom. I need some Gifts and Given, I think. Or no. I don't think a Ritual is the card I'm looking for. Druid anyway. Action. I think either Serum Visions or Sleight of Hand. I think Sleight of Hand is just a better card. Because if I draw a bad card with Serum Visions, it's Sleight of Hand is more guaranteed to give me a good card. Alright, so what is this going to be? Is it going to be a pressure or some disruption? Oh, he's playing around Blood Moon, that's interesting. So Tarmogoyf, alright. Gifts is an interesting part here. I want a Sleight of Hand first. And yeah, I think I have to take Serum Visions. Play another Canal, and I mean, the Sulphur Force can enter play untapped once I fetch a land here. Electromonster is spicy, so I think I put this Passing Flames on top because I can always shuffle it away if I need to. And there is some potential next turn to go bananas with an Electromonster into Ritual into Monomorphose. But here's where Sulphur Falls is kind of annoying actually, because I have to fetch or play a tap land. Bone did not have a land. He cannot have Abrupt Decay, but he can have Lightning Bolt. So if I play Electromonster, it probably just gets Lightning Bolted. Don't like it. Do I want to draw Passing Flames? I mean, against Jund you can almost always play Gifts. So I think I'm just going to play Flooded Strand and pass it on. I don't want to give my opponent the option to cast Lightning Bolt. I mean, he can cast it in my face, but you know. Alright, that's fine. So do I want Passing Flames here? Probably. So next turn I can cast Electromonster, and then Desperate Ritual gives me 3 mana. Then I have 1 land drop to play, and then Monomorphose gives me 4 mana. Past in Flames is 3 mana, then I can recast the rituals and play an enormous empty. So yeah, I think Past in Flames is going to be good. I guess my opponent can have Pyroclasm, but I have to fetch first to get Sulphur Force into play untapped. Seems alright. And if this doesn't work, I have a Past in Flames in my yard and a gift, so. But I wish this was Baral, that is for sure. I have 2 blue because we're gonna have enough red. Oh, Baral. Could have Surgical Extraction, I guess, but it will not be great for me. But at this point, so I could cast Baral first, but the thing is, I'm a little scared of Surgical Extraction here, so I'm just going to cast Past in Flames. See if he has the Surgical. Because then I can still cast Monomorph Force into Empty the Warrens. But it's too risky to play Baral because then I will not have enough mana if he has Surgical. Because I think he has Surgical, he's pausing here, so. He is pausing to think. No, probably not then. So he's gonna need Pyroclasm to get out of this. And if he has it, it's gonna be bad for me. But I don't think Jan usually plays Pyroclasm, so. He had it. That made some sense. So I can actually cast a Sleight of Hand too. I think that's better than casting a Baral because Baral doesn't really add anything here. Well, I'm taking Great Shot because why not? I'm hoping there is no Pyroclasm. If he has, I'm gonna have to rebuild it. Well, if he has it, he's kind of slow rolling it, so I don't think he has it. Let's just double Q. No, I had a lightning bolt I was thinking about. So now the grape shot is very good. Oh, I'm gonna take this because I can't possibly die this turn, and this means just game with the grape shot. Unless he has fog, then I lose. A bit sweet. Yeah. Grape shot for 2. For a win. Alright, we're back for round 3, and I get to be on the play this time. Wow, this is spicy. So it's a 1-lander with a sleight of hand. Problem is that I don't have any of the 2-mana creatures that enables. I'm gonna mulligan this hand because not only is it just a 1-lander, I have double gift, which is almost a mulligan anyway. And this is pretty bad too, but keepable. Scrying on the play is much better when you have 0 visions, because you get to draw the card immediately, if it's good. Which is not in this case. But normally, if you have a fetch land on turn 1, it's kind of annoying to scry on the play because you shuffle it away. Alright, so I drew another grape shot. I'm definitely going to keep Baral because it is the name of the game. The question is if I keep Past in Flames. I don't think so. I think I need some gifts I'm given. I don't have enough rituals to enable it, but Baral is fine. Wouldn't even mind a discard spell. Oh, it would be bad, but my hand is not great, so. Ooh, so this is either Infect or Affinity. Well, if they have Dismember, you know, I give them something to do with their mana, but if they don't, if it's Affinity, they usually don't. So. Well, they had, so. But they don't always have it. So. Probably Infect them. Alright. I guess this gives me something to do with my grape shot. So. I get to play Electromancer. And I'm gonna waste, quote unquote, grape shot here. So. And if they have Apostle's Blessing, then, well, he should have waited for me to. Oh, it doesn't matter. I get to cast it on my opponent because I didn't want to cast Monomorphose because it's a waste. Storm and mana. I'm pretty far off going off here. Now I kind of wish I kept the Past in Flames, but I didn't know I was the thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna block here because I need this Electromancer. Pretty impressive if they could kill me and have both a removal spell and a pump spell, but it could happen. Okay, Groundswell. Don't really know why they didn't pump with Pendelhaven first. Well, I guess Serum Visions is kind of nice with Manamorphose. I get to draw the card immediately. Don't want these cards, that's for sure. And I think I'm inches off dying, so I'm gonna cast this now. Red and blue. Alright. So might as well Grape Shot. I have Past in Flames in my deck somewhere. And I have 3 copies, so Pendelhaven doesn't save the creature. Alright. I'm gonna attack here because I need this Electromancer. Yeah, because if I draw gifts, then it's not that likely my opponent can kill me. Oh, never mind, I'm dead. Yeah, that was a good draw for my opponent. Don't know why he was whining in the chat. I mean, come on. Give a little bit more positive. People always get just whining when the game is not even close to being over. Alright, so Spellskate is good, of course. And I think Bolt is a nice piece of interaction, and so is this spell. Don't want to board too much, but Blood Moon is an interesting one, but does stop Ink Moth and could actually kind of pose my problem. But there is, I'm gonna take out 1 Past in Flames and 1 Empty to maybe no, don't think so. Remand is too slow. So 1 Full Scour, and I think I can cut 1 Gifts too, because I don't want to have too many of them. So the question is if I put in Blood Moon. They have basics and they are pretty fast, so I don't know actually. I mean, if I want to play it, I want it on the play, not on the draw. Nah, I think that I don't think I want Blood Moon actually. Well, this time I think I'm keeping because I have 3 Sleight of Hands, so playing life, of course. Yes, Serum Visions is better at finding the second land. Oh man, too much crap. That on the bottom. I almost want to keep Baral because it is the way I win the game. So, alright, fine, I keep Baral. Can desperately need it to win, so. But it is risky, of course. Next time I'm gonna go Sleight of Hand because that's much better if you're missing land drops because you get to look at 2 cards, whereas Serum Visions only lets you look at 1. That was perfect. Now again I'm gonna go with the Serum because I want land number 3 and Grape Shot is spicy because it potentially deals with a threat he has. But next turn is pretty likely I'm gonna go with the Baral, so actually I think I want Grape Shot and then Manamorphose. I can shuffle the Grape Shot away if I like actually. So move the land. Next time I can go Baral into Pyretic, into Monomorphose, into Sleight of Hand, into Empty, and then go from there. So Glistener Elf is not a problem anymore then. So I'm gonna go for that. It's nice that you can, in this situation, just pay as much life as you like. So Baron, he could have Mindbreak Trap, I guess. That would be not great. But you only live once. Oh, didn't think about that. To hit a ritual here. Blue and blue in case I don't. Well, it was one card down. This did not work out so good. Hope I'm not dead. Alright, so Past in Flames is off the table. I'm gonna have to win with 6 goblins then. Yeah, I don't see any way around it. Maybe 6 goblins is gonna be good enough. Who knows? Don't think it gets any better by waiting. I think it's time for my opponent to crack the relic now. Because he has my graveyard in check. So I think he wants the extra card. Dried Arbor. Guess that's trades with the goblin. So he should probably attack with the Inkmoth and hope to rip some pump spells. Or maybe he has some already. Gifts would be kind of a nice draw, I think. I play this pre-combat so he cannot pump. Now I can actually attack with all my goblins. Because now I have a blocker too. I think he blocks with Dried Arbor here. Oh, okay. Interesting. Why not? Does he need a 4th mana? No. Scalding Tarn. Oh, accidentally exiled Sleight of Hand, but doesn't matter, I don't think. My graveyard is in lockdown. I should probably not f6 with the spell scattering play. He can block a couple of turns here. To draw I want. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack all the goblins. I wanna cut the clock as short as possible. If I only attack with 5, he can block 1, go to 5, and then it's not lethal next turn because he has the Glistener Elf to block. And he probably should have blocked the last turn, honestly. But he did not, so... No. I mean, you're not gonna kill me with damage here. You're gonna kill me with poison before you kill me with damage, so... Does he need 5 mana for something? Who knows? Play that. Hope I don't get killed somehow. Because I have blue mana to pay with Spell Guide, so I'm not losing life here. Too bad he didn't pay the 2 life. Oh yeah, he finally activated Relic. Probably a good idea. But if I had known he would have cracked the land, and you know, I could have stayed back with a guard. Because now I might die to like Twisted Image on my Spellskite, and then the Glistener Elf gets through. But then again, I explained why I attacked, and if I didn't attack like that, my opponent may not even play it away, crack the fetch. And yeah, so Blood Moon still, I don't think it's good. Could put in Swan Song because I don't care about the 2/2 flyer. And it counters instants, but I have this spell already, so it's fine. But well, this is not fun. It's alright. Gifts Ungiven. That is a nice card, but it is slow, and if my opponent has something for the Electro Monster, it's a dead card, so I think I'm putting it on the bottom. Maybe it would have been good. So, cracking this for that, paying 2 life, and Grape Shot. No, it's a little too early for that. And I have enough rituals already. So putting the Grape Shot on bottom because I have 2 lightning bolts, so I don't really need an interaction. And I don't think I'm killing my opponent. Oh, if he has Dismember, I mean, that's fine. And he hasn't. Lighted again. Okay, I'm gonna leave it light mode because I want to see if my opponent has some sort of interaction for this. And now I'm gonna force scare myself. I mean, yeah, Graphics Kate stops Graveyard Shenanigans, but this game is not gonna come down to me getting decked. So Mill Island and Grape Shot. Right. So do I want to play around another Dismember? No, because I don't really have anything going on, and I don't think they're playing infinite Dismembers. So, alright, we are in action here. So let's start with Monomorphose. Add a blue and a red. Another one. Blue and red. So I could splice with the Desperate Ritual, but I don't really need a mana. It is risky if it has some kind of counter spell. So I'm just going to cast it because it's less risky that way. Cast Electromancer. And actually, I could save the Lightning Bolt for an Ink Moth because he can't really win with Apostle's Blessing. He could win with, Distortion Strike, I guess, so maybe. Alright, fine. Because some lists play a Distortion Strike. Alright, let's hope he doesn't have Mindbreak Trap. I'm not gonna attack here because I have lethal next turn and I don't want to die to Apostle's Blessing. Into Pump. Saving the last ritual because I have enough goblins to win. So good stat. Okay. Island Distortion Strike will win the game. Alright, we'll see you in rounds 4 and 5.